So today we're out in Taft, California, touring this 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,288 square feet property. Now this property is listed about $215. So if you were purchasing something like this at $215, 3.5% down, let's say you want an FHA loan, you're looking probably somewhere between, $1,800 to $2,000, depending on what your credit looks like, what your debt to income looks like. So we're gonna give you a tour of this property and just kind of give you an idea of, if you're looking for something on the cheaper side out here in Kern County, Taft is about, depending where you're out in Bakersfield, Taft is going to be 30 to 45 minutes away, depending location where you're at in Bakersfield. So a lot of times people work in the oil fields, live out in Taft. So this is like an oil city. So a lot of the people who live out here work out here, but you have your Taft Community College out here. You have your high schools, your middle school. So it is a decent sized city, little bit in the cheaper range. So if you're looking to move into Kern County and maybe you don't want to pay, Bakersfield, medium sales price is right above 400,000. So let's say you want to be out here in Kern County, you want to be close to Bakersfield, but maybe not in Bakersfield, Taft could be a good location for you because of sales price. You can get nicer homes in the, under 300,000. You can get a pretty nice home out here under 300,000. So let's give you a tour of this one. Now, there has been a conversion on this one. As you can see right behind me, they ended up doing an add-on and created this master suite with a master bathroom, which we'll show you. But currently we are in the living room. So as soon as you walk in, you have this open living room area with your dining room back there. Now, one bad thing about this unit and some of these older homes out here in Taft, this one hasn't been converted to AC. And if you're moving out here into Kern County, into Bakersfield, Arvin, Lamont, Taft, Shafter, Wasco, it gets hot out here during the summer. So you definitely want an AC unit, or you want to put a mini split in your unit. They've gotten better now. Back in the day, you had the window units that you would see in houses, but now they have these mini splits that go on your wall. You can get them anywhere between like $3,000 to $5,000, and I can tell you a lot of those units work really, really well. So one thing, if you get something like this and get in the lower price, you definitely want to put an AC unit on for the summertime, because out here in Kern County, once it hits over 100 degrees, a lot of these swamp coolers are not going to cool your house down. So AC unit or mini split, good options, especially in a smaller space like this. As you can see behind me, a mini split would work really well in a unit like this. Now, as we walk down a little bit, we walk into the kitchen. So good sized kitchen. You have the electric range. You have the tile countertops, the white cabinet. So good sized kitchen area right here. And then you have your dining room area. Cool little feature. You have a little door that goes to the side that walks right into your, we'll show you here. It comes right into your detached garage. So you park in there, you have a door to come right through the side of your house into your kitchen, into your house. So good little thing right there, good little door. So let's take you over here into this master suite we were talking about when we first walked in and showed you. Now this is an add-on. This has been permitted. So a little funky back there, right? I'm not sure why they added it on and put the fireplace back there, but maybe gives a little, unique touch. But good size bedroom in here, good size master bedroom. And then they also have the quarter bath here with the, or bathroom here with your sink and your toilet in here. Not huge, but at least in your master, you're gonna have a sink and toilet. Now, crazy thing is, especially some condos out in Bakersfield off of Ming, there's a couple locations out there where back in the day, it looks like a closet. You walk in there, there's literally just a toilet in there. It looks like a small little closet. You can barely sit in there and use the restroom, but, and they call them quarter baths, really weird. One day I'll do a tour on one of those and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But super weird. I remember the first time I ever showed it, opened it up thinking it was a closet, and you open the door, it's just literally the toilet. You walk in, you have a toilet, I guess, in your bathroom, but you know, whatever. So let's show you these other two guest bedrooms over here. So decent size guest bedrooms, as you can see behind me. Nothing crazy. Now your small little closet right behind me, and then you have a couple little cabinets above right here. So not a ton of space for clothes and stuff in this house, but you know, they have the cabinets and the small little closet for you. Now, second bedroom, a little bit bigger of a bedroom, and same thing, you don't have a huge closet in here either. This one does have the doors. Now, cool feature about this property is you have the hardwood flooring throughout. So these are just a little dusty right now, so I just need to clean them up a little bit. You can always resurface, restain them if you have hardwood flooring. Thing that sucks, which I hate the most, is when I see a house that you can tell it had hardwood flooring on there and they cover it up with cheap vinyl flooring. That's a no-no. Now, let's come out here to the backyard, because one good thing about this house is, let's take a look of this backyard. So you have a really good backyard here. It's about 1/4 of an acre. And then right behind me, you can see it needs a little bit of work, but you have a little grill and little sink there. So a cool little feature. And then, like I said, really good backyard here. So really good potential on this house. Then you also have the detached garage right behind me. And if you can see, you can see the unit, we have solar panels on this property. Now, solar on this one is a PPA, which is a power purchase agreement. So power purchase agreement, when we're talking about solar, you have own solar, which if you have own solar is going to give you value towards your property. Out here in Kern County, you know, Bakersfield area, it might be different where you're at, but usually what we see, it usually adds about $10,000 worth of value to your property if the solar is paid off, kind of like a pool. So if you have a pool, or you're looking at properties out here in Kern County with pools, a pool is going to give you about $10,000 to $20,000 worth of value towards your house. So solar, if it's paid off, $10K. Now, if you're leasing solar, you're going to get no value added towards your house. And the reason is because the buyer who's purchasing your house has to take over that loan, and now that goes towards their debt to income. It's a new debt they have to take on, so you get no value added if you have leased solar. So believe me, I've seen people think they're gonna make more money than they actually do because they had solar on their house, but it was leased, so they didn't get that $10K worth of extra value towards your home. And then the third solar we see out here in Bakersfield, Kern County area is a PPA, power purchase agreement. It's almost like another utility bill, so you're only going to get charged for the amount of electricity you use. So typically what we see is summertime, when you're running your AC, maybe you have a pool, you're running your pool pump, you're going to see your payment a little bit higher in the summertime on PPA. It's still cheaper though than what it would be if you just had no solar and you were just running PG&E out here in Kern County. But wintertime, not going to be as much because you're not using, you know, AC or anything like that. So solar, remember, paid off, $10K worth of value. If your solar is not paid off, you're not going to get any value towards your house. So we're going to step outside like we always do, let you come in and take a tour. So if you're thinking about moving out to Bakersfield, maybe you already live in Bakersfield, thinking about selling or buying another property, and you want to set up a consultation, feel free to reach out. We can set up an in-person consultation. We can do over the phone. We can do Zoom. We've helped plenty of clients relocate into Bakersfield, or we've helped plenty of clients here in Kern County sell to buy or buy their first home, buy their first investment. So if that's you and you're looking to buy or sell, feel free to reach out for a free consultation. But till next time, come on in and take a tour.